Right, Rich. We need to write another episode of Smile and Friends.
We've been clawed back, have we?
We did come across an idea. We saw that writing prompt that said, they say you die twice. First when your body dies, and then the second when your name is spoken for the final time.
Yeah, I like that.
The prompt is, someone comes back to life to find out why they haven't had the second death. I figured that could be a fun episode of Smile and Friends. They have to help this reanimated corpse, who I imagine is just a skeleton.
What if the archaeologists in this universe found like an old in the history of this world, they have like a character called Mr. International,
Right.
and it's this. So what if the thing that they have to discover is that all these bones have been collected over time and assembled, so it's actually not a person. So like how they made mermaids with bones.
Yeah.
Like what if it's that? Like he doesn't actually.
That's why you called him Mr. International, because he...
Yeah. So someone tried to do a hoax of like they drag different bones from different continents and be like, look, this is him. It's different. It's all these different people in a body, basically, and it comes alive and it's like in agony and constantly. Yeah.
That's so interesting, because we're going to have to figure out why people still remember him. But that means it's like he's made up of hundreds of people.
We could do it maybe like the torso is someone else, the head's someone else, the two arms are from someone else, and the two legs, just to make it easier, maybe.
Yeah, that's better.
What is that? Legs, arms, torso, head.
Yeah.
That four. Okay.
So
I like that.
They've got to find out why these four people are remembered.
Yeah. Yeah. And it gives him a rest or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he wants his second death, and that's the only thing that will make him smile.
Right, so because it's a supernatural concept, does he know about the second death thing? Or
I reckon so.
like...
I reckon he explains it like it's the first thing he says to them.
Okay, what if we actually open up from his POV and it's just the episode is black and it's a black screen and all you hear is screaming in agony?
Yeah.
And then a door opens up, and it turns out he's in like a proper secret area of a museum. He's on display, but he's behind a coffin.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. And then it opens up, and everyone's like, and then it cuts to like the news, in the office, and it's like, Mr. International woke up today, demanding to know why he's still alive.
Do you reckon they say that on the news? The bit where they say you die twice?
Yeah, so they interview him maybe, and he's like still screaming. And it's like, this isn't my body, this isn't my body, why are you doing this to me? Don't you know? And like, what? No, what? Is like, you die twice, you die twice, you die twice. And then so the interviewer just says like, what will make you stop screaming? He goes, if I die 3 times, it will make me smile. And then Pim will be like, Charlie, this is where we can jump in, we can be the hero. We have to get across that the legs and the arms are like trying to do separate things as well. So this is it. So how would this stop? Would you have to not say the name again? Or is it like, you have to erase the name?
So you're saying they do hits on the people still mentioning these body parts?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, so basically they go to him and he's like, I'm trying to think of why he wouldn't be screaming anymore. Maybe he's would he? Is that his character trait? Head always screams.
Okay. Yeah. They break into the scientist's place.
Yeah.
And discover that Mr. International was a hoax.
Yeah. Turns out one of them was just, I keep making Subway Surfers jokes. It's like, I was going to say, when he was submitting the paper, he was playing Subway Surfers at the same time.
Right.
So he wasn't actually paying attention when he was cataloguing all the bodies.
Right. And then they addressed it and went, hang on, these legs are from Asia. And the scientist is there, still on Subway Surfers. And
he goes, wow, that's amazing. You should see. Like, oh my god, I love that. And then like when if they ever did find out, they have to like not say anything because they want the Nobel Prize. So like all of history's been wrong because someone just didn't want to own up to a mistake.
Maybe each body part they discover the origin for, it suddenly stops working.
What stops working? The curse.
Yeah. So he's a walking skeleton, but at one point they find out who the arms belong to, and then suddenly the arms are just like bone. Like,
I like that. So
they're animated.
So we could do. Oh, that would be a good shift visually, wouldn't it? It just pops into a bone and drops off.
Yeah.
Can we have head be last and he doesn't want to die?
Yeah, they're just carrying their head round. Yeah.
Yeah.
How would they locate whose arm it is?
So I think arms and all that can write. So arms writes, and it's just instantly in like an ancient language, a language no one's ever seen. And then Charlie just goes, Gleb, can you read this?
In the latest episode, in the Mr. Frog episode, it was revealed that Gleb was born in like 300 AD.
Ooh, I like that.
So he's pretty old.
So that's funny. That's actually funny because then that joke works at 2 levels. Like, 1, it's nonsense. 2, he's like that old, you'd think Gleb might know him. Oh, what if like Gleb goes for a drink with legs because it was part of the legs of his old partner? Gleb sees the leg and he's like, and then leg pops off and then hugs him or something. Or wants to pop off.
Okay.
Oh, that would be a nice emotional core. Gleb doesn't want to forget him.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So, like, what if Gleb's keeping the legs? Oh my god, so each body part's got someone keeping them alive.
Yeah.
And, like...
So they've got to let go of them in order to... Yeah, I like it.
This is really sweet, actually. Okay, so if there's 4 parts, if we have 4 continents, the Smiling Friends go on tour.
Okay. Yeah.
So where is that? The Americas?
North America.
Africas.
Antarctica. Can we go to
Oh my god, Antarctica, yeah. We have to do that. We gotta do that.
Can we quickly locate what continents which body parts come from?
Yeah, so...
I'd say legs maybe Asia, because we can hint that Gleb used to be from out there.
I love that, actually. And then you also have the easy joke of saying, that was a long walk.
Yeah. Should we say North America for head?
Yeah. By the way, man, you know the goodbye scene between Gleb and Leg?
Yeah.
Can it be the Casablanca scene with the plane?
Yeah, okay.
I don't know why, I just feel like Gleb doing like a da-ba-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, da-ba-da-ba. Like, put it like emotional.
He's black and white again, like he was in the other episode.
Yeah. When I love that if Gleb is in a certain emotion, he just changes.
Would you say arms Antarctica, maybe?
Yeah. Because the cold shoulder. Hey.
There we go. We can make that joke.
I reckon we had head not be last, and the legs are last, because Gleb doesn't want to give up the name.
Yeah.
I like that the final character as well is someone who's non-vocal, so we'd have to do... Oh my god, so Legs is speaking in leg talk, and Gleb's going... So it'd just be... Imagine that final scene, man. We'd have to convey a lot with, like, just animation. That'd be really nice. That's a good challenge. Oh, wait, can we do head first? Because you keep screaming and it's winding everyone up.
Okay, but then it won't be a walking corpse anymore. It'll be a headless skeleton.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, and also he'd be the first one to say who he is, or like where he was from.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's North America, so it's local.
Yeah.
So why is the head still alive? Because he has to be a nobody who only one person is still clinging on to.
What if we do like an alternate history kind of thing, and he was like really key to something, some development, and his name got washed away, but you know, like he got drowned out by someone more popular, and the only person who knows him to this day is like his lineage, who's trying to keep him alive, and then they have to kill him.
If we're looking for an American who constantly stole things, Thomas Jefferson.
Oh my god, yeah, there we go, perfect. That makes also the Mr. International thing even more funny, because that's like a really recent skull, and they just paired it with something that's potentially like 2,000 years old.
So the head belonged to an inventor.
Yeah, okay, that's the story, and he's like screaming, saying, "I invented electricity! It was me!"
Yeah. Right. And like you said, we have one distant ancestor who's like Nicolas Cage in the National Treasure movies.
Yeah,
like
really trying to like
my great grandfather.
Yeah, yeah, exactly that. And then they track him down and they go, "He's trying to do you right though. He's trying to do you right." And he's like, "The person's keeping me alive, get him!" And then Pim's like, "No, we're not going to do this. We're not going to..." And you just hear a sniper shot. And then you just look at Gleb and he's on his phone and he's like, "Uh-oh."
Gleb's hired a hitman again to take him out. Right, so they've sorted the head. The head can now rest. It's had its second death.
Yeah, so does the head just go, "Fine, fuck!" And then it just turns into a bone and falls off.
Yeah.
We need like loads of moments, you know, where you have them stolen look scenes where it's like when someone really loves someone else and they can't reciprocate and it's like really sad. Can we have those scenes with Gleb?
Yeah, loads of sweet moments between Gleb and the legs of this skeleton that's walking around.
If we have flashback scenes, can we just have... Because Gleb's so small, he only sees the legs. So all his memories are just the legs, you know, like cow and chicken. Yeah. And you don't see the mum's heads, the mum and dad's heads, it's the legs.
I like it. Right, now we need to go to Antarctica to kill the arms.
What if he gets to Antarctica and the first place they land, and it just says, "This way for the armless skeleton." and then Charlie's like, "I don't know what you expected him. This place is fucking cold. This place is cold and no one lives here." It's like the only landmark for like 1,000,000 miles. And then They get there and it's just this sweet old woman who's been running this like business. Yeah.
She's gutted the skeleton is incomplete, so now that it's complete, she can let go.
Yeah.
Right, so we've got rid of the arms. Torso in Europe. Whereabouts in Europe can they go?
I'm trying to think of a funny torso joke.
Maybe a pun on chest? They go to Chester?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, so it turns out that this body is the formation of Chester. Like, the Romans called it Chester because they found a body without a chest.
Oh, okay, I like it. I love how we're giving an origin story to Chester. And Charlie's walking away like, the people of Chester can finally rest. Finally rest her.
They can finally rest her. And then it's only legs. They're going all over Asia. I was going to say maybe they just swerve it because they can't find anything. And then they leave it with Gleb. And then Gleb has to mercy kill the legs. Or with Charlie, and maybe Charlie notices that Gleb's been sadder than usual. They're like, I noticed you haven't been watching your Netflix.
Yeah.
How come, man?
We've been on like 7 flights and you've not watched Netflix once.
Yeah, and then Pim goes, yeah, you've been looking longingly at legs.
Yeah. And that's when they realise that Gleb is keeping the legs alive and Gleb has to learn to let them go.
Oh, yeah, so then it's the final scene where they go to China. Are we in China? Maybe? Chinese...
Great Wall of China?
Yeah, there we go.
The legs are stood over the edge of the Great Wall of China and they're like, no, don't jump!
I love that. What if that's the final moment? We could have in a flashback. They used to walk it, and they go to a bit man where they've carved the names in the wall, and he has to.
But what does it say? Because we only know him as legs. It can't say Gleb and legs forever.
What if we can though? Because he only sees legs.
Okay. Yeah, Gleb wrote it. It's really low down on the wall.
I'd love if we found the rest of the body and the chest and the head didn't ever come back to life because he only ever knew the legs.
Oh, wait, maybe that scene where the legs are on the edge of the wall and Pim's going, no, don't jump. Maybe that's where like he jumped off the wall years ago.
Oh my god, yeah.
And like, the rest of his body is there below on the drop.
What if it turns out it's quite dark? Gleb pushed him off,
Okay.
and the story wasn't actually very sweet. He was guilty, and then they go there, and Pim and Charlie think it's a sweet moment. But what's happening? Gleb's eyes sort of sharpen, and he like looks at legs one more time as if to say, "Do it." The legs turn to bone as they jump off, and then
such a dark episode.
Yeah. Oh my god. What if like that's the twist that Gleb needed to smile?
Oh, I like it. Yeah. What, he's smiling now that he's successfully covered up a crime he committed 700 years ago? Yeah.